Are you going to trust Bawumia, the same Bawumia who said, Wako China akwaji $15 billion about Ghana? Are you going to trust Bawumia? Again, Bawumia betuma catch on my agna will say, wait dear, onim day. Because near tia, Bawumia can we are 6 years in he has refused to even speak on the economy. Bawumia got the nod. People voted for Akufo Addo because they thought Bawumia was intelligent than Akufo Addo. Obetume steer Akufo Addo to the right path. Now, when him say Bawumia is even weaker in brain than Akufo Addo. Ain't he? So 15 billion here because Bawumia could hit a jackpot on the abano. Where is the 15 billion? So how are you going to trust Bawumia? And these are fundamental questions you need to be asking yourself. The same people. Bawumia is not speaking on economy again because now his cover has been blown. Obianim said on your economist. Obianim said he can never make a statement without lying. Every single word that comes out of Bawumia's mouth are lies. So ask yourself, can you live with a president who cannot for once tell the truth? For once in his life. Canada, Japan, there, wabodam. In fact, internationally, Canada, Japan, he's known or seen by international media as a murderer. You know why? Because his actions contributed to the murdering of a journalist. So every international media house or journalist, freelancers, all of them, they see Canada, Japan as a politician whose actions cause the death of a journalist. And that person is a high voltage. And Enya Ahmed Swale Nkwao, he went further to do what Irasuta Sarudanko said. I don't know, testify and time a committee Efre Ejra killings. So say consistently, he's somebody who always incites people against a journalist. Let's put that aside. Canada Japan has consistently made you people understand the say. Or no Ghana he didn't come to Ghana to help. Why? Already MP 27 to 30 years. Konikrom ko he. Nikrom kwa wontuman lobby anye. Oti Ghana kachi obia so wiskachi obia ya kwasia. Ne ma wa mo Ghana nyina obia ne okuta Ghanaian passport. Ohu Ghana kuro kura say ekurofon a o man the background po enkuta kuro ni passport. So you see, they see Ghana as a second manhole, as a second shithole. Omuye bibia wi abonten na sebio ejanan no de begum. Election time oba San kwasia prophecy, a politician be ura sorry them a gimmicks. Asofo no the pesca. Any politician we go jina sorry them say, ya but some politician no kra tuntosogu no hu say we Jimmy because he cannot apply this. And the idea betching Bawumia nam ha. Obechina Bawumia nam ha. Pepeni masalachi kra any time. Onwura masalachi mpo. Why? Because we want to say a Christopher are more vulnerable than Pepe for. So it's steady. We say Christopher do ni Jimmy Chan Pepe for because he cannot go to Onwanga sana masalachi and ko kansembi but obey Christopher ha say onyame na esi ne hene. Yatia na usu bempa kofa buta say ben 12 say den odi Akufo Addo nsem. Ade fun bi a odi Akufo Addo nsem. Ade na ye maaye. And ye wo chire ye chen time ye chire Ghana.
For a childbia, baby, or share Abel TV, ye chelpa, and more quabaso, and buy a channel no some patropi. Say, unsubscribe ya, and more fee, much all subscribe. Na a liking, na comment, na hit notification button, no, and bring the video between piano. When your notification, na watch a video, no, and me shall pass or share Abel TV. Now make him say, much all share. Share more from no omunye binhwe na commenting who ehia pa era CP your brother Kevin Taylor Eddie Kuyechi and as a reminder about enyoma Akufo Addo ene na ban ekeka ya hwe so amanfo hwe so eto abamo sambre nyina no omuntimi enye na yenum binu erefie but say no ya dwa baso okakaye ono sa segment my friend calculation segment Akufo Addo ekaso the 18 months ebe Ghana and then when you almost 8 years and then what say want to be say Bawumia e dey intro e by say we 25 billion and I say 15 billion from China and so what he hu bia enti when you na ye ka ko say Akufo Addo na ban no entro na omode buy entro and amukakae but Ghana for no bi no ehu ema omudi eto aba ema omo asese oman no omo se ne kra enti we ekae se Ghana man and say Ghanaians eti ema yeni eda ho na yeto abapa next election 2024 into abapa na in fact JM Embraso on na why be da the track record no ho enti pacho me kasa enye tintin no woman ko video no na make how say obe subscribe obe share obe like it na wa hit the notification button me da CP na me show bibia o share Agevero TV ya me show enti ko video no me da spa.
This is a reminder. Mumba yena yen kai kai ho inyoma ayate ene ye refi yen kai kai ho calculation and it reminders na the started. And the show no ye mix bibia inti yen shadam follow a year show no a year program no inti don't get worried when I bring other stuff in. Now we discuss it and we move on. Inti this is calculation where the president Nana Akufo Addo dear Akufo Addo ekatre before Ghana for ekoto Obama no or say I will change Ghana in 18 months if you vote for me. As some way, Nana Ekano a year 23rd of November 2016. Time na Akufo Addo ne MPP for Epe Power. No, they told us lots and lots of things, promises. Akufo Addo making some promises. Sometimes what's on Obusa will say akwa we na ende ote Ghana sonana. Now there's something that I got from this. Yen said my adwene ko se ende Nana Akufo Addo ejina stage na oka se ope power why na what Ghana obejine di why na me ka so obejine di kra would we still attribute sa nyansa ene sa intelligence na yedema Akufo Addo no because today John Dramani Mahama our ex-president he's running again now Sir John Mahama jina in front of you today na oka Ghana adikodiente also tomano na wo hwe adwene da ne tirima na se ende Akufo Addo ejina wo sisi ade se John Mahama ye ex-president na ono so air company wo wenim se opese odi Ghana enima saa sibia na wo hunu 2012 13 14 15 se onim nyansa or ye intelligent or ye intellectual or ye patriot saa nyansa na wo be attribute to Akufo Addo ana a question bia we need to be asking ourselves and no na be kire the kind of leaders are you Ghana. Because as we sit here today yenka se Akufo Addo asa be gina wenim se op president edibium. Are you still going to see Akufo Addo? Are you still going to see Bawumia? Are you still going to see Alan Cash? Are you still going to see them as the way you were seeing them before 2016 elections, Nana? Are you going to do that? Because these are things we need to be asking ourselves. So we will get in free and as Jimmy to always come and tell us say I can change the economy in 2 months. I can change the economy in a month. Nana Akufo Addo in 2016 told us he would change Ghana in 18 months. Akufo Addo has been president for 6 years. He's heading towards his 7th year. In this way, Ghana in our Shemia, you need to understand the say, Enya brofo obijina wenimu ka, and I said Nipebia imagine say, where the Chiane also the president. President Yemfanwo. President Yemboma Ebusubia. President Emfanwo ni school awako. President Nyansa ewo utima obe apply ma abua nipa na abua wonso. Now, Akufo Addo the president 6 years, getting to 7 years. The question is, has he been able to change Ghana? Nana Akufo Addo tumasisa Ghana na. Has he been able to touch Ghana? Has he been able to prove you wrong? Say, in Kofobia Nomokasi Akufo Addo will be a terrible president. In Kofobia Nomokasi Akufo Addo Bawumia will be terrible president. In Kofobia Nomokasi Bawumia is a comedian. Have you now believed, say, in Semna Nomoka in 12, 13, 14, 15, I'm talking about 2012, 2013, 14, 15 no, to 16 no, do you now believe that they no more can no kre? Me are very sure the majority of Ghanaians now, they see Akufo Addo say, oh, the most dumbest president ever. But before Akufo Addo was preparing or he was being prepared by the NPP to be president, you know, majority of the people were made to believe, say, Akufo Addo ne Bawumia ne nim nyansa Ghana problem, you know. This is the time we need to sit back. Na yebuse ho say, Sesiano, do we need somebody who has been tested? Ya try na yonim de obetuma ye, and I say we need a new person. We have been thinking say or no say smart to say Akufo Addo. Because your economy need a pointer. This is not a time to be trying people and say way betuma ayana. Way dear, we have gotten to that point whereby we need people who have done it before to correct it. At this point, so who will be the second day Japan? That's what catch also episode the president. Busa who say the way you were seeing Bawumia, the way you were seeing Akufo Addo, the way you were seeing these NPP people, almost say we have the men, we have the women. Yenim nyansa, yedi yebetumi ateni economy ni, yentumi nko IMF, yebabe see infrastructure bin sida, we akabe yebabe change Ghana in 18 months. Do you still think say Sanko from MPP, they are people that at this point Ghana is on its knees, they can change anything. Because all I say, nanaakuffoaddo and Bawumia, every Ghanaian thought say when it comes to Ghana politics. They made us believe, say, John Mahama, NDC, nobody in Ghana was sensible and smart like them. And that Nyama Omobeyeno, in our history, Obienu Obetumayebi. That is why I am reminding you, say, ende Bawumia any Akufo Addo jina wenim. Na so moka se toaba mo and I say Akufo Addo nkwa, but then here example because Akufo Addo nkofo a oni omo start here, ni ehun so mo nyina nim nyansa no. They are still here today. Ashantehene was with Akufo Addo 2012, 13, 14. Asem Akufo Addo kan bia Ashantehene fo aso. O ka kire Ghana fo say me ne Akufo Addo ne nim nyansa. Ashantehene and Akufo Addo no mo to City News. They spoke on Ghana's economy. They said that current government then, Mahama government, they did not have ideas. Now today, as we sit, these same people, do you still see them as intelligent people? Do you still see Bawumia say he's the guy who knows all the economies, his problems, economy, he can solve every fundamental problem. And this is how we need to be thinking now. This is how we need to be stepping back and looking at the situation very well. Because at this point, the Bawumia CØ, the Akufo Addo CØ, the Alankash CØ, Sebio Kennedy Japan Jimmy Fuekura so beso the president in some of Makano, or the end the situation in some of Makano one. Says Sebio, omu imposters, omu criminals, omu liars, and I say omu intelligent people we can still hand the country over to. These were the same people who were standing in front of you, telling you they can do what Napoleon could not do. Culture will say, they have better ideas than Mahama, than NDC. And each time I pick a Akufo Addo, and they say, drop Akufo Addo near Bawumia, ya fa Alankash, Nasa offer John Dramani Mahama Jinaha, Nasa Mumia Nujina Wenimu culture say, I can solve Ghana's problem. Why now be Jinedi? Who are you going to believe? This is not about me Asantini, me Infantini, me Teni, me Awuneni, me Azimni, me Enzimani. It's about who do you trust? Remember, we've gotten to that point whereby all of these people have been tested. NPP, Edi Ghana, so the same year, sir, NDC Edi Ghana. So, in fact, after 2024, no, now NDC for Edi Ghana, so 16. NPP, the same, Mr. Examine the number. Edi Ghana, so the same year period. And years. The question here is, sir, who are you going to trust and believe, say, they have the mental capability to change this nation? Because Nkofo have been before you before. Remember, Obintina radio soon can't say, Mahama was no, everything was rosary. Remember, Obin can't say Mahama Tisno Wanye Bibia. Remember, Bisu Emetron can't say, oh, Bawumia ne Alankash Mudie. No, Akufo Addo is different. Alankash ne Bawumia is different. We are talking about people who came together and are living together. Indeed, these are questions, 16 years. Thank you very much. Indeed, these are questions that we need to be asking. And we are gathering now to a young man, young woman. You are in senior high school. You just finished nursing training. You are a national service personnel. You are basically a young graduate. Say, Bawumia jina wenimu kasa. Alankash jina wenimu kasa. Na Mahama jina wenimu kasa say, share your records, na share your network, abama ya neshe say, why now be to my jinedi? And it's a question you need to ask yourself. Why now be jinedi? Why are you going to trust Bawumia Are you going to trust Bawumia, the same Bawumia who said, Wako China akwaji $15 billion about Ghana? Are you going to trust Bawumia? Again, Bawumia betuma catch Roma wa adwena will say, wait dear, onim day. Because near tia, Bawumia can we are seeing 6 years in he has refused to even speak on the economy. Bawumia got the nod. People voted for Akufo Addo because they thought Bawumia was intelligent than Akufo Addo. Obetume steer Akufo Addo to the right path. Now, when him say Bawumia is even weaker in brain than Akufo Addo. Ain't he? So 15 billion here, because Bawumia could hit a jackpot or the abano. Where is the 15 billion? So how are you going to trust Bawumia? And these are fundamental questions you need to be asking yourself. Alan Kojo Chiramantin has been with Kufuor. Alan Kojo Chiramantin has been with Akufo Addo from day one. Alan Kojo Chiramantin has been a cabinet minister. Alan Kojo Chiramantin was given one job to do. And the job was go and open Commander Sugar Factory, put it to work and go home and sleep. Commander Sugar Factory is there. Alan Kojo Chiramantin said everything. Also, Okokpa Alugu tomato farm or Kubie factory or everything there. There's no farm, tomato factory. Now the question is, so Alan Kojo Chiramantin jina wenima. Akufo Addo na hailing say he's next to Jesus, no? Anybody Bawumia. Today we have seen say they are not even close to the devil's feet. Now, what will make you think, say, you can believe Alan Chiramantin to the point he can change the destiny? Remember, baby, ghanaeducation no, enye we die ye interest of the obetuma yo. The ghanaeducation no, ye here obia we take leadership before. These same circumstances are to Ghana, we to maneuver the way to get Ghana out of it. So it is not about where the warfare. Where the obunipa. No, it's about who is going to save the economy and save the country. Who is going to govern well. Intende, who are you going to trust? It's about trust. Alan Kojo Chiramantin to Ghana, ena Kenofuriata, Bank of Ghana, yebo nipa tuo, Kenofuriata bekache say no haircut. Alan Kojo Chiramantin now can say yes, no haircut. Alan Kojo Chiramantin to Kroma, haircut aba, pension fosika ko. Alan Kojo Chiramantin to Kroma no more PDS. He never spoke about it. Alan Kojo Chiramantin to Kroma and a Ghana called IMF. He was a minister, a cabinet minister. So what makes Alan different from Bawumia? What makes Alan Chiramantin different from Bawumia? So we've gotten to that point whereby we need to hand the country over to somebody you can trust. Somebody, when they speak, they act on it. Somebody who has done it before and knows. Because baby, we don't need any person we are going to try. Try to do what? Then we are going to, basically, we have been buried. Right now, then we'll be calling people to just put the sand on us. Until we have gotten to that point, decision making in 2024 should be easy for every Ghanaian. It should be easy. And there's one thing today I was talking to my team about. The two parties, MPP and NDC, there's something happening people are not watching. And we need to watch critically. And it is showing the wave in our politics, how the narrative is changing and what is happening. The NPP is becoming more and more unattractive to the ordinary young Ghanaian or a young Ghanaian lady. There are more young people who are not attracted to NPP. There are more young people who were scared to even say, I want to even pick a form and be a parliamentary candidate for NDC. About 6 years ago, it was so difficult for people to just come forward and say, I would like to run on the ticket of a social democratic party. That is the NDC. But today, you can see clearly the NPP is becoming more and more unattractive, all because there's no trust. Governance is about trust. That's why today, when you go to the NDC, you see more new blood trying, and they are fumbling. They are trying to get forms to pick to represent NDC. It is also a person representing NDC in different parts of Ghana. You are beginning to see, people are beginning to trust the NDC, like, so they compare NPP. And gradually, the trust in the NPP, is disappearing. It is disappearing because the leadership of the NPP, consistently, they have made people believe, governance is trust. And it's today in Ghana, it's so difficult for you to see a young man boast and say, I am an NPP person. I am going to even pick a form of ferry. Because the party does not represent the people again. The party does not represent transparency. People don't trust the NPP. All because we had leadership in the NPP and they cannot be trusted. This is a finance minister, only the Ghana and Kasem. He says something today and he will say something tomorrow. The finance minister lies and the president comes to confirm the lie. The vice president is a chronic liar. You cannot even take his word. So at this point, who do you trust in the NPP? What makes NPP so attractive to you as a young man? And then you'll be on social media, you see, say, this person went to pick a form for the NDC because people are now bold. People are now believing in the philosophy of the NDC. People are now beginning to know, say, the party represents service. The party is about the our formula, but yet the top ones. It is so sure. And I'm so excited because you see more younger people picking forms, wanting to represent the NDC in parliament. And you could see, say, it's not just about they wanted to be in parliament. It's because there's a vision. They have seen, say, these people are more relaxed when it comes to social interventions, building a platform for those down there. But Omo will say the NPP is too rigid and too opaque. Among four are not enticed. People are not enthused. People are not so comfortable even sitting in public and saying, me NPP ni, I am a young man. I want to run on a NPP ticket. And we need to see this. And it is a good sign for Ghana politics because, you see, people are not just flowing blindly. People are now picking strategically where to go because they feel, say, if I want to contribute to the development of Ghana, the NPP over these years, they have shown, say, even if as a young man I have clear conscience and I join them, those people up there that don't have that trust, the people don't trust, I will be a victim. Nobody will trust me because, and then people don't trust people in the NPP, not because party near party bia. It is because trust in your leadership in trust. And the Akufo Addo TV is not catch Ghana for say, Ochina dollar beko 2. Why no bejinedi? If Bawumia today oba out by a press conference now because Ochina Ghana you befa nipa 50,000 nurse for Juma, who is going to believe Bawumia? So Alan Kojetramantin Mountain stage and then you on his store. No say NPP before 2024 you befa nipa 100,000 Juma, who is going to believe him? People are going to laugh at him. They don't have any trust. They don't carry any credibility with them because consistently, Ghana for who say they are liars. They just lie to win power. And ghanaeducation, they need a political party that can basically assure the people, put some confidence, put some trust in the system. We are talking about Agenda 111 and the Bawumia Gina stage on to make Agenda 111. In terms of trust now, woman who cry new hope. Alan Kojetramantin cannot speak on Agenda 111. He cannot speak on 88 hospitals, so he cannot speak on it. Alan Kojetramantin cannot end to me can't swami for say. Me buy 1 year, me yes swami, amamo, onim se on to me, or bois, swami form 2 of my junior jokers, what do you say, Jimmy? Alan Kojetramantin Bawumia omugina stage in the catch say ye ba be yes swami interchange samotoma ya obi abeka say na moju say ye Jimmy ana because they have not been consistent in their delivery. They have not been consistent time ana Ghana for what eye arimhye bi wo mo ana say believe bi wo mu e den na Alan Kojetramantin and Bawumia betuma catch, especially Bawumia e den na Bawumia betuma bi na no catch wa obegidi. Just tell me one thing. Dear partner Bawumia betuma be na no catch as a Ghanaian. What was a Bawumia Baw area. No Obe Mountain stage. Bawumia dear no betuma catch or convince us a man san konko to abama Bawumia. Tell me. There's nothing. A dear na Alan Kojetramantin betuma a convince like I say I'm going to the ballot because to Alan Kojetramantin because Bibia Besisa obeye he will not do it because your cast obey and win to me and and governance is all about trust. And the NPP, they don't carry trust with them. The NPP is dishonest from headmaster to the last messenger in the NPP. And there you say, Omunim said they don't have, people don't trust them. Instead of them to calm down, and as on the bafom, on the brom one say, no my job on phone so atum, no my accept to say, ye titi, ye indino kre, ya bomo krono, mama yanko position, na yanko ye and yoma yambrano. They are still trying to make you think it's a way Jimmy. Intend no, a Gideon Bracon or the good Gideon Boacon was a day, Bawumia, aid no. Otumiko tana sempa, near Busan say, I didn't in Ghana font to ma a ye. Bawumia also Bawumia de NPP no or the tiako jachrema inti entomano Bawumia ne pe and or the tiko jachrema assembly free Bawumia dum by biano and you been a tan Bawumia and a general who tantro. Inti right now the argument is Bawumia needs to lead the NPP if you say and kwasi assembly akwa Bawumia ne kaye and an kwasi assembly about say the Bawumia inti Bawumia sebio one jene when we say debut aseme all can be hanono and we have to look at Bawumia's shortfalls and hand over the country to him. Inti Bawumia team no omo argument no Bawumia team no omo pe a presidential primary say win no omo message nyane say you know what Bawumia time anyoma mu ye de no Bawumia oje credit no chema anyoma mu ye de no Bawumia je credit nti yemfa Ghana nhye Bawumia nsa. Inti do you trust him? The fundamental question is, do you trust Alan Chamantin? Do you trust Bawumia? Do you trust the NPP? And the Canadian Japan, you know, when you catch us say, my member flag bearer, my member president, na member president Obia Honka, Abra or no didn't Pabina TV so kuno. Do you trust Canadian Japan? Abra Canadian Japan to me catch a journalist and say, you, whoa, I want people to go after you and I will pay. And sad trust the man say Obaba ekoye journalist. Obaba ekoye eye news editor. Kennedy Japan be the president on suma obi se onko bodu tu. If you say time na on your president krano, otumi gina TV so de obi anim kire ma ameswale yakunu to twene. Kennedy Japan etna TV so ka kire judge say owone no. O ka kire Supreme Court judge so owone no or your foolish judge or your kwasia judge or your Jimmy for onye president do. Or your MPP member keke or parliament. Nti ujisa ni padi say koko di president onua ba na ote Ghana no ono de onim de ekono Canada Japan be suma me yakochenaba. Nti you need to governance is about their trust. Now between Alan Chamantin, Bawumia, who do you trust? And MPP for mumbusa mo sa question way and a Ghana for so mumbusa mo sa question way. Even you're limited to MPP nkwa Alan Chamantin Bawumia, who do you trust? Because Alan Chamantin Bawumia tana cabinet for 6 years. Your body part 2 election 2020 but Alan Chamantin Bawumia obi anka bibia. They supported it. In fact, they went to court to say they have won the election. Alan Cash was clapping, Bawumia was clapping. Do you trust any of these people? There was never a day these two guys, Obia Pia Bontebe, criticizing anything happening in government. So why is this a suddenly Omo Pia Bontebe catch say give Ghana to us? Because they nodded to every single action of the government. Time Omo Kas Omo IMF, Bawumia CØ, Alan Chamantin CØ. So why should I trust the two of them? Why? That is why I am trying to let you understand governance and trust. MPP, they've lost that trust. Adebakwa MPP nim, they don't know how to speak the truth. Sa abanwe obi eni mo kan okre. Omo adada for they always play on the intelligence of the people. They are not ready to listen to the people. Omo nye ready some be kan okra kyeremo. Even today, still Finance Minister Echa Ghana Fontro Alan Chamantin is still defending the DDEP, Domestic Debt Exchange Program. He is still defending it. Today, pensioner Fosika Yeji, Bank Fosika Yeji will say free Ghana for him. Ghana for Bromobre. Alan Chamantin is still defending it. He has not gone out there to say, you know what, this should be stopped. This is a bad move by the government. On Tumin Kansa, anytime he gets the opportunity, he tries to run around the matter because he supports Ghana for pension for Ejo Musika. So why should we trust Alan Chamantin? When he gets the opportunity, he's going to work with the same people. Bawumia is not speaking on economy again because now his cover has been blown. Obianim said on your economist. Obianim said he can never make a statement without lying. Every single word that comes out of Bawumia's mouth are lies. So ask yourself, can you live with a president who cannot for once tell the truth? For once in his life. Canada, Japan, there, wabodam. In fact, internationally, Canada, Japan, he's known or seen by international media as a murderer. You know why? Because his actions contributed to the murdering of a journalist. So every international media house or journalist, freelancers, all of them, they see Canada, Japan as a politician whose actions cause the death of a journalist. And that person is a high voltage. And Enya Ahmed Swale Nkwao, he went further to do what Irasuta Sarudanko said. I don't know, could testify and time a committee no Efre Ejura killings no. So you know, say consistently, he's somebody who always incites people against a journalist. Let's put that aside. Canada, Japan has consistently made you people understand the say. Or no Ghana, no, he didn't come to Ghana to help. Why? Already MP 27 to 30 years. Konikrom kohe. Nikrom kwa untiman lobby anye. Oti Ghana kachi obia so uskachi obia ya kwasia. Nema wa mo Ghana nyina obia ni okuta Ghanaian passport. Ohu Ghana kuro kura se ekurofon a o man the background po enkute kuro ni passport. So you see, they see Ghana as a second manhole, as a second shithole. Omuye bibia wi abonten na sebio ejanan nom de abegum. Ne babia ni woko school o Ghana, or when the married no go America. Oni adwasafo ye no sankora na kogu America. No ababa ka che Ghana for say uye kuani a we kwasea. Adenti na so do wuko kuadwumam. Na wonim nyansa obedi hiewu. Enso kuafo ena ma na duane di o Ghana. This person will come and stand in front of you and say, you know, yeah, my president. His priority is not Ghana. His priority is to dupe you, take your money, and enjoy that his lifestyle na emu diamond so be enjoy no. Enti also busa say ohumi say me Jimmy and I say ohumi saying because the all your Ghana no ultimate in America. So benefit and member enjoy our America no. Omo Ghana they come omo nya because a microphone. But ask yourself, I don't know say nemba ni nyina for American passport in my American government. No mo betina Ghana mbo me enchichire Ghana. Onye because almost some way Jimmy because time okodi MP 30 years no kra wanya hwe no so obenya obi ofosu mana kasa Kennedy it ohu fosufo dodo ne so me yankwasiafo it na adria ni se fosufo no dodo ne yankwasiafo a Ghana nyina yankwasiafo na titru MPP for yankwasiafo anything on TV so can say Jimmy MPP for he knew what he was saying and he believed in it because when we say what test your mo on your man anti-ache on him say MPP for Jimmy. So now no he feels say obi a Ghana be Jimmy say MPP ni. Now somebody who can make such a statement about a political party he wants to lead, the moment even one person says metwa man who so ya boa because he has told you clearly in your face where Jimmy munyina mo Jimmy from Kofo to the last person and still mo person will say on your flag right now some one as a political party no do Jimmy. So nobody will take this political party serious. A young man who is serious about his political life will not come and say, I want to be part of this. Because at this moment, what does the MPP represent? And we need to understand one thing. They be a me catch the Ghana for her. Bre as a country. Three things. One, a tribe. Two, a religion. And three, the unnecessary politics. Now, religion is what these MPP for, and then we use the power 2016. Religion. A Christopher, they be a obi anti Christopher. Me a Christoni. Me a Anglican niba. And I would never stand anywhere else and say me time Christopher, me pay Christopher some. Nanso yene Christopher ya man ho kwan ma nipa bia use it too much. Ya man ho kwan ma se bi politicians who you say e wia secret nyina Nyankopon boy no e Christopher titru ye na ye Jimmy. Into one says our politicians I'm sorry he Alankojo Chiramantin politics are why yeah. The politics he's been doing from Kufo Kufo 1 Kufo 2 Akufo Addo 1 Akufo Addo 2 upon all the knowledge he says he has acquired. Now I'm some ignorant men bia omanka sampo omuntumi ntro mudin majority of them na alankojo chirante upon school wako nyina no say salifo amako mfa ne nsambe to the tiso Jesus Christ na salifo amako empire na obo ama no oni owusu bempa ene saa nkofo no ebemara be di president. You see, it does not matter school omako, it is always ends up in a solid religion. And you could see say the president we no alankojo chirante benya president dia Ghana face economic hardship or the neighbor to us of also. Obefra software the says be akofo efra software so omonkwa akosombo. That is what he would do. You see Bawumia and they're on church to church. I know Rempo if you say or a Muslim because why identify where the loopholes are? Why identify where majority of the fools are? With all due respect, these kind of words it's tough for us to use because I'm also a Christian. But I just say a Christopher do na more Ghana no. A Christopher do no more Ghana no. Yama politicians are fire say ye Jimmy. nanaakuffoaddo ba. Ya Bawudin na ya frau. nanaakuffoaddo dia ya butunje or the same thing Akufo so de ba And the Christopher ye di omochi twum se moa. Adan ya obi atonyom ene ya Akuffoaddo di wom. Inti o se Akuffoaddo be di Ghana so. Alankojo Chiramanti so the same thing. Bawumia is the same thing. Nanse when we say Canada Japan akogina sorry them. Ousu bempa sorry them. We stadium would say Ghana no it does not matter nipa school awako. Religion na manage me especially Christopher. Inti Bawumia sorry ano atam na buta. Na watu atwene. Na watam sikasha no ura sorry them. Na oni omo sa na oboni trinko na makeup artist with the chi. Na ye ne Christopher na ye jimi no. Ye ntiasie there's difference between politics and religion. One man juma bi se onye wa ye adwuma no de no ka so be ye a wo de adwuma no ma no also be 350 senior high schools or say uncle IMF or say Ghana just say why ye we ntumi anye. It's got nothing to do with nyame awesome. Let me tell you for a fact onyankopon bi ansi hene onsi president wa Ghana da ebia mo Christopher mo pese mo de mo eni beto form na mo kan mo Bible na ti ase onyankopon si president. It is your belief. Eye nipa ne to abayi president. And this why you say where the onyame asra ne ngo yantia na yesi Akuffoaddo asra ne ngo yantia ene ye de hon bi ko hye nsem say where the nyame na eyi no na enim say Akuffoaddo bebo Ghana fo to Ghana bra on kan ho asem na enim bibisa ni enim say yebeku JB Danko Akuffoaddo biena no mponka say may he so rest in peace in public da ni enim bibisa no. So it means to say acting. It means to say omo redeem wa ehu say sebio ye ne Christopher do de o Ghana no ye Jimmy Ghana boy ebo nyina apart from tribalism ye ne Christopher religion na ya say Ghana because anke be bia no aka no kre no a kire ye nuano Christopher omo ye politicians anka omo fa bedru be ye dri senka ye ne Christopher be bia no aka no kre a kire ye ho a kire ye nuano ma some politicians ya ka no kre na kire omo anka be bia ye du nde nke ye ndu ho. And the Christian Council in a way, Peace Council in a way, Reverend Martin away, these otables and omo makano omo way because they have become too political. They know for a fact to say sorry no ye business and omudi di omo pay so. Because otabo no or your campaign na the MPP niba power still obetina bank board so he will make millions of dollars. Duncan Williams try na send MPP ba power he's going to make more money. Peace Council, Christian Council, Asofo Mugusono, Dodo were speaking in 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. Not because it was coming from God, because they wanted their people, their friends in the other party to come to power so that they can also get a lot of money. It is money, it is business. Everything these people are doing is a business. There's nothing. Onyankopo bi ani baby o si hene. It memo bi nkasa asem ntu tim. It is never true. God has lots and lots of things to think about. Nyankopon wo nyoma ehia no. Nyoma e wo se odi hu dwuma. Ekuro e wo wiase bia Nyankopon nanka eyi de odi so a akantokwa wo wiase. Enkura etwa ewiase hu nyina ehia no. Onyankopon nanka eyi nipa wo so odi anima anka yo hunger e wo bibidi se Sudan. Anka amafo starve e wo Ethiopia. Is the leadership. Is the leadership is bad. A chromo for no bread. So it's about you people. It's about time you sat down to elect leaders to lead you. It is not some God. It's there be a normal cat with him say, Onyankopon ne si hene, where the yaboni din na ya freno. It's I better with him say, Onyankopon si hene mo baby ya. On si on hini will be. Yantiana bantam hina got once I say, Onyankopon be you confess on kudi bantam afoso. And ya once, and ya twice, 3 times. Yantiana bantam hine, Onyankopon de si on hene ben. Yantia ahemfo, omunye jantrafo. Yenima ahemfo, omuye politics, ejisikadi. We have seen it. Nyankopon si hene, Nyankopon yi president, eye ekroma no ena also madwene ye adwuma. So Nyankopon de be yi president then Nyankopon, he was not supposed to give us brains. Because those decisions are his decisions. Eni so maya nyansa ana adwene se yemfa ndwene. Eni se omaya bibi te se adwene ya yemfa assess nipa ni modern bo. So Nyankopon de yi hene a, adena sorry, mo pa sorry panyina moto so aba. Adana mo pesofu bi manako branch we are in penifo no moto so aba say we na be moderator, we na be bishop. It is because Onyankopon din kama ya adwene no, let us apply adwene na be apply ne sen e be na etume ye nyansafo di anim. Nyankopon ente soro e na ohwe Ghana say ma mi yasi mesi ndi omanim no. Enti mama yema religion na eseye no. Enye religion e na aseye e den na obi di say alankojo chiramante ni school a wako nyina. Politics awaye nyina omo bi se salifo amwako a ono we yusu no hu brem kronfo to intro myself no ono mom na fa ne nsam beto no so ma ne be president because we have been programmed to think say nsam na nkofo bi aka kire no ene se onyame na eyi Akufo Addo ma ye 2020 adane wa ha. So Nyankopon ene eyi eye Palestinian for leader in ema omo a adana Israel for ku omo Nyankopon enya hu bibi. It is up to us to take action. It is up to us to sit down and analyze the situation. Na yenka say where the ombono homodin anything na oba eco school. Na omoma kwanya ubusan say where is your terminal report? Because I don't go na school ho. Enya onkwa na we Christian oba was a Christo for school ho. Obi a wo bia papa e Christian, obi oba papa bia so esom nyame. Adenti na ubusa say oba no offer the terminal report but now won't check it. I don't know say onyame and the sihine into ubane de we really that we di first that no, because you know it gets to a point where people have to use the brains. And Ubusa say, give me your terminal report and let me see how you did. That's why Christoni onyame sihine onyame boy also be a die aden and the Ghana etino ebi bre na ebi die. These are fundamental things we need to start thinking about. Mama ya ma asofo nkwasiafo bi emfa Bible na wa betuma kan atiase no and destroy krono bra ye bre wo Ghana and a religion and a tribe ne we know say it is enshrined in some of us, but religion there we have allowed ourselves for politicians to use religion against us, and we have to get these things right. Mama ma politician bi ambegina monim sofo kronfo bi ambegina say ma bompa ye ya tonwom we di onyame asra ne ngosra na ndeyate ya bodi patu a ngosra na yese Akufo Addo ontumi kan ho asem ya te kroma ya bodi patu ekuno election time nipa na onyame na yi na ma ye no ontumi kan ho asem enti onyankopon na oyi no ene sesa nyame no wagimi o ene sesa nyankopon no yekwase ampanyi o because onyankopon enyi nipa ye di ni nkofo wu a oseme na meyi wo hene masra wongo wona kyese BBC a ewoso wutu ho anamo no saa nipa la onyame yi no onka ho asem ontu ho anamo na se saa nyankopon na oyi saa nipa saa nyankopon na gimi because nipa ne bedi omoso no omo nyina hya wo onyankopon na se wo wicked God. So there's nothing like onyankopon biti baby a all bless you bi amana bedi bibi anim. No, onyankopon no I bless you with wisdom. The blessing of God is wisdom, is nothing. Yakase nyame shiraye on my way de nyame shiramu on my way de nyame shiramu. It is all because they have been able to use that blessing, that is the wisdom, to live. Into we Christian out here me a ntina ka bibi say we Christian a and just dey be fasting na kwat na atwea. The wisdom will tell you say you need to have a little bit of time and talk to your God and go to work. Inti unim so ye Christoni no still ye Christoni o enso wadwuma wanya adwuma wundidi So that is how God blesses us. In Jaga say, I have been blessed. It means God has given you wisdom to live the next day, to be able to live again. Because if you don't have that wisdom, so when is our wisdom now? But because God has blessed you with one thing, that is wisdom, that wisdom should guide you to make your life better. Into wisdom, no, and then your blessing, no. It is up to you to ignite that wisdom for it to favor you. Make too much, but this is the simplest way I can put it. From endano, obi a pepeni, obi a Christoni, now also up a politics, muaba, or beso president. Do not mammianfa a religious basis and elected leaders. Men can say we cremoninti, Allah smano, we or Christoni. No, let's look at the person, let's use our senses and ask questions. And I think at the end of the day, so for now, Odi Presby, sorry, no. So for no deep Pentecost, sorry, no, and call your audit in Jerobia. But Pentecost Church are almost say onyame and asra obingo so medi animo. At the end of the day, they audit the person. Pentecost penino, at the end of the year, he is called to be audited. But some so nyankopon asra no, onyame na eyi no, onyame na esi saa hene no. Sanko onyame na esi saa hene na, meaning everything about that person is perfect. That person will never falter. That person can never be corrupt. But yenim se that person is subject to auditing. I feel what I say. Inti mema obi ntina baby na onfa religion. Anything and the politicians omo na masori dem sam ponchi. Omo na masori dem sam emwa. Una de kro omo nim say ye ne Christopher, ye ne Muslimifo no, ya adwene wo form. They will come and tell you say onyame e na aka. No menya some surrogates in the church. No ma be pronounce it. God has said. Nyame say yet na earthquake see. So for Ben or Ghana who's that earthquake, you know. May he so rest in peace. Yes, it's a resurrection. So for Onyamena Asranengo, he didn't even know he was going to die. May he so rest in peace. He didn't even know himself when he's going to die. All the things he was able to achieve, he didn't even know his end. If you don't know your end, how can you tell me my end? If you are not able to tell me when you will die, when you will leave this earth, then you should not tell me how I'll end up. You have no right until you are able to come on TV, on national television to tell me, "Mina me soft one ponsa, mina me soft jato, May 27 December 2023." Now, if my catch them say, "Moso wo 28, wo wejuma begu." Now, if my tiasie. Now, you don't know how you are going to end up. You want to tell me how I am going to end up. It doesn't work like Jesus did not even do that. Muhammad never did that because they don't control their body. They don't control their souls. Humans are humans. There's no God sitting somewhere manipulating who becomes king and who. No. All those things you hear, men elected kings, men elect presidents. Men say, baby, we are here. Ma de action light to be so Nyankopon say way. And among the president, it's never happened anywhere. The people always go to the box. They always go to the ballot. They always have their choice. They always think about a few things before they vote. You are God. It is a utie Bible, no? Na Bible no de wonu. Na ka say onyame esi hene a. It is technically telling you God created man in his own image and that you and I to be hene. Don't make the Bible so complicated. The Bible itself, a cultural, say God created us. We look like God in his own image. That means you are the God. Inti yakase onyankopon ne si hene. Onyame ene si hene a. Eya wo nipa no wo na wo si hene. That is why God does not come on earth to do what? To vote. God tells you we onyankopon yourself. When one or two come together, the presence of God is there. It is a cluster of spirits coming together. So stars, you know, when they all join, it forms a very solid or a very powerful object. It's member obi in Bible and can't say nipa bi wo ha yasra ne ngo ono na wo so di enim. There's nothing like that. So wo me asimesi obenten ye nyina ye share as God's incarnate. And I say God's creation and we become God. And Bible nka say onyame na si hene a o say ye na ye si nipa hene. That is why we go to the ballot to vote. Mama may Christopher Jimmy sa mama may near Christopher, so we are misled too much. We don't understand the basics. Yanin Korana Yaban, Yen Jimmy Sao, and we don't disrespect anybody, but we try to ask lots and lots of questions. And anything a man penifoni beat is a KT Hamon money, Akufo Addo, they think we are disrespecting them. No, we expect them to understand these things. They should not take advantage of the vulnerable ones. Because we were all not lucky to get the kind of privileges and kind of mind opening and horizon opening and kind of opportunity to be able to read and research. They don't have that opportunity. That opportunity now, we need to transfer that onto them for them to also apply it. All his experience. What is that? Inti se kofa nipa 20 e de omonsa to so omso onyankopon so obedi na mahama kofa nipa 20 omso de omonsa to no so onyame so obedi Bawumia so kofa malam for 20 anase imam for 20 omdo omonsa to no so onyame so obedi onyankopon no ne hwan. Then that God is a liar. Then that particular God is a liar. Because if we are all saying that we are all taking the same response from the same God, then that God is a liar. Because he cannot tell Bawumia, you will win. He cannot tell Alan Cash, you will win. And tell Dramani Mahama, you will win. That God is a liar. So you need to know it is psychological. It's a lie. A Christopher Menemo Casano, see, you might not like me, and I understand. Me need problem here if you don't like me. I've come to accept that in this world, and you do be able to. But at least there are some things you need to listen to for it to change your life. I don't need to bring the Bible here or the Quran here to let you know the truth. The truth is simple. We make it too complicated for ourselves, especially Christians. Yaman Yoma eye complicated for no reason. Why do we do this to ourselves? Somebody voted in 2016 all because Dina Samwa to Nyumbi and a Nyumno, a Kano, and a Who's also to make Akufo a brand new Nimsamantimho, a choir, a denima me ekoba de biakofa and Yomano Saquani into the Mamu. Basani Pana, he has a bear Saquan, and a bear or no so Okofa Yoma, oh, but Dina Samwa to Nyum say, Yabo Dini Afro. Into the problem now also to aba no otua tax no or sis our problem no enyami bi na ebe solve and there's our problem now yebo udi na afro na ewo ho no sa problem no da ho so am interchange na yebo ni din a your friend free nyankopon ho no sa problem na kunipa e da ho Enti you need to understand enya nyamenyum a wo beto worship akofo bi beto stage so megina to nyum a display of ignorance. They are taking advantage of you. Mwe Christopher Dodo no mwankasa mutena dem na mo sori anopa na mo da mo pass na mo bompa ye makoma mu kire nyankopon. How do you feel? You feel more fulfilled. Anamuhu e Christopher amohwe mo Ghana wankasa sa wokọ bebi ko bompa ya na ko tietiem na wo bafie na anopa bi wo sori na bibi ka wakoma na wa wotena wo dem bompa ye kakra bi na wo sori bia. You feel more fulfilled than okoye KKK. So because that is a moment that your soul needs. So religion, no, we complicate it. We make it complicated to the point it turns around to bite us and then they destroy it. And the reason why I say it's a religion, it destroy any Christopher Ghana for the one say the actions we are taking because of religion, no, and none ignore the most important things that we have to be taking care or paying attention to. There are so many things we need to be paying attention to. But religion into a Christopher do one and I suffer no dear Christopher Owiska because it has gotten to that point whereby Muamudi Sofunichino, way. This is the blessing. Yakase, we have been blessed. Onyamie Shraye, a June Dawutim. Onyamie Shraye America, Onyamie Shra America, Onyankopon Biansi Asasi Wesu ba America da. A Nyansa do mutim, and then Yakase Onyamie Shra mine way. Mamo Bible now Mokaino. A Kurabia Onyankopon Shra Mubia, none of those Bibles are Mokai Akase Onyankopon si ho. But Nyankopon, because Nipano Muti Kurmo, they applied common sense. Ajine do muti momu use it has turned into a blessing, a benefit you. David. Now you say Onyame Doniche Obiano. It is not because David no change Obiu. It is because David applied this. You only need this to be able to live with 700 women, if it is true. If you're a fool, you cannot date 700 women as one man. You can't. So it is about what is in your head, how you apply it, and how it's going to benefit you and people around you. And then they have blessings, no. And it's a we reading more Bible, nankasa. Who say in the Bible, no, everybody who became a blessing unto a it was because he was hyper. Or no, was slow. Moses leading these people, so it was because Moses was thinking deep. Because that journey, if you don't think deep, you will not even think of taking all these people to follow you one man. You need to think deep. It is thinking deep. And I'm Japan. Thinking deep. And almost starting independence. So they are better than us. Obia to me because Nyankopon be in Japan say or no, nobody has seen God before. So please, let us get serious here. Sir, election time oba. San kwasia prophecy, a politician be a sorry them a gimmicks. As of one of the pesca. Any politician will go to sorry them say, yeah, but some politician who cry to Shogun who is with Jimmy because he cannot apply this. And the idea betting Bawumia namha, Obechina Bawumia namha, Pepeni, Masalachi cry at a time, Ora Masalachimpo. Why? Because we say a Christopher are more vulnerable than Pepe for. So it's steady. When we say Christopher do any Jimmy Chan Pepe for because he cannot go to Onwangasana Masalachi and Kokansembi, but obey Christopher I say Onyamini is sin hene. Yatiana Usu and Pakofa Buta say Ben 12 said no Sheku for Adunsem. I dear Fubia or Sheku for Adunsem, Adena Yemae. And then you watch 3 year time I Ghana.